Hello everyone, and welcome to Inspiring Best Living, where we talk about wealth creation, wellness, and well-nourished soul. My name is Remi Wesley Ogude, your regular host, and I'm so delighted to be back on another episode of our wealth creation series. Today, the topic is ideas sparklers to create wealth through commodities. A lot of people wanting to do business often ask different questions of where do I start? How do I start? How best should I proceed on my journey of financial independence or wealth creation? And I have answers for you. As I often say, that the best way to create wealth, I'm talking about lasting wealth, is to create wealth within the 4 asset classes that create wealth. Today, I'll be focusing on commodity, on ideas sparklers that can help you create wealth through commodities. What are commodities? Commodities are raw valuable substances or valuable substances that are in their raw form, and eventually they can be converted into products that can be used by the consumers. Examples are gold, silver, gas and oil, fruits and vegetables, animals, dairy products. You see a lot of those products, when they come in their raw form, they are converted and they are brought into a grocery store for you and I to buy. That's why you go to grocery, you can buy your beef, you can buy your chicken, you can buy your fruit and vegetable. They were once in the form of commodity before they are converted into products that you and I can use. And a lot of people create wealth trading in commodities. They buy it from one region and sell it in another region. They buy it from one province and sell it in another province. There's some benefits you can get by using commodities to create wealth for us. For instance, we can earn foreign exchange if we trade in commodity, especially if we're exporting to another country. That's a very good way of earning foreign exchange. Another way is we can also try to bridge imbalance between where the materials or the commodities are sourced to where they are being sold. You source them cheaply from where you buy them from, and then you sell them in places where you can sell them for margin. So you'll be enjoying cash flow. That's another benefit of using commodity to create wealth. You enjoy cash flow, good margin, if you're able to receive good income from such, having taken care of your expenses. And that happens a lot with people who are in diaspora, who migrate from maybe places like Africa. Such people, they go back home, they learn different commodities they can export to places like maybe North America, Europe, and that gives them leverage because they have understanding of the markets over there in their country. They also live abroad and they're able to leverage on that for a good margin, understanding the culture and the people there. So they know where to source it and where they can sell it. So this is very, very important. That's just an example that I'm just trying to spark the ideas in case it's something you want to do. How can you begin? So I'm trying to share some tips on how you can begin to generate ideas on how you can use commodity to create wealth. The first thing, once you identify the commodity you're interested in, if for instance you're interested in cocoa, you can start making research. Where do I get the cocoa from? A lot of times people get cocoa from Africa, they buy it cheap and then they sell it in diaspora where it's more needed because here it's cold. In a place like Canada, you can export your cocoa down from Africa for good margin. I made some research about sheep butter. You can export sheep butter from Nigeria if you live there, or if you're in diaspora and you have people there, and export it to a place like Europe or America and convert it from that raw form, sheep butter, sell it to people who can convert it. And it can become cream, which they can also sell in the market. So you make your own margin. So there are different ways through which you can do that. The starting point, like I said earlier, is to do your research. Make sure you research into it to know where you can source those things and where you can also sell them. That's the first thing you want to do. The other thing you want to find out is that you want to know who the buyers are. If you know the people that are going to sell the product to you, where to source it, you want to also get to where you want to sell it and know the people that are going to buy it from you, so that you know you have a market for it before you start going into that commodity trading. Then you also want to find out about people that are going to be in your team. I always tell people that wealth creation is a team sport. You can't do it by yourself. You have to rely on people's skill, people's knowledge, people's expertise, experience. So you start forming the people that are going to be in your team. For instance, you're going to need distributors, you might need accountants, you might need bookkeeper, you might need people who are going to do the administrative work for you. So you're going to begin to form your team. Who are the people that can help you? Because you can't be in both countries at the same time, or even if it is selling commodity from one region to another, you can't be in the two regions. You can only be in one. So if you are in one place, somebody else will be acting on your behalf in the other place where commodity is going to be sold. So that's why the team is very, very important, and you start building the team is going to really be helpful. Other things you want to do, which is about the 6 points I'm going to share with us in this episode, is to develop a business plan. A business plan helps you to know the cost, to know the margin, to know how much you can sell for. It also will help you to know other costs associated with that commodity. You also want to know about the distribution network, how you're going to distribute it, transportation, things like that. So getting a business plan from the very beginning will just make things very clear to you, at least to have a good understanding of what you want to do and the margin that is expected from such investment. The last point which I want to quickly share with us before we go today is to talk about implementation. You start implementing what you have heard now today, or even when you want to follow up by reading more, whatever you come across, that information that is valuable to help you kickstart that journey, please act on it. Practice, practice, practice. You may not be perfect, but as I often say, that an imperfect plan that you start is better than a perfect one that you have never even put in motion at all. So please start whichever way, even if you start reading, start making research, you are already starting. And before you know it, you will be there, because you will continue to improve on the knowledge that you acquire, and you one day start if it's something you want to do. This is how far I can go today. And like I always tell you, on this platform, I try to inspire 3 things in you in best living in the area of wealth creation, wellness, and well-nourished soul. But I like to also remind you that you don't have to choose between being healthy and wealthy. You can have both as icing on the cake of a well-nourished soul. Please do subscribe by pressing the notification button, and you will get my other episodes right away once I produce. And don't forget to share the video with your friends, family, and loved ones, and whoever can benefit from it. Until I come your way next time, my name again is Remi Wesley Ogude. Take care and bye.